Joel Chrono 12, good morning. How you doing? All right, try this again. I didn't make one. Actually, that's good. Good question. Did anybody else? I'm just struggling with technology this morning. That's really strange. It actually took me a really long time to move 36 megs between two computers. All right. On the other machine, I'm opening the Mitch.dmg. Copying it over into applications. Yes, go ahead and replace that. Thank you. Find the giant list. Open. Okay. Now, go to the Mitch pick here. We should have one extra little random bar there. You can see a little title bar up there at the top. It says Mitch. Like it's not capturing it at 50 frames a second or 30 frames per second. Then it didn't capture the audio for it either. Sense in your presence among us. Oh, that kind of worked. Thank you for the follow. That's like the first one that ever kind of worked. Yeah, audio is choppy. Well, I think it was actually picking it up out of the wrong thing. Actually, the time to render is increased a little bit. Here, let's go back to this. Try retailers, Windows, yada yada. Where's rendering? Bloody. We're doing GLES too. Should be fine. Direction, etc. Looking for low power mode. I want to turn that off. Oh, low processor mode. We'll turn that off. Close that. Try again. Oh, you got a multi-move on 2 axes. Axes. Good job, Xenocron. Wait, just getting to the point where you can do that in Godot? You know, I mean, just getting past all the ideas in Godot, all that stuff. A little bit of a challenge, anyways. Let's see. Now, I don't understand why it's saying that this is a debug version. How do I make sure that this is not a debug version? Let's say I want this to be super duper, highly optimized, etc., etc. High res. I'm gonna turn off high res. Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead and share your game. Hardened runtime. Dun dun dun. Let's see. We can actually go from one to the other. Fine. Fine, Firefox. No clue how. You build it as production. Very small fonts on here. See, I'm not using a beta build. I'm using the V3 version. Oh, the Godot editor itself. That's right. Project settings. Do that. Big. Export settings for the platform, or it's on the file dialog where you choose the export location. Really? Okay. Project. Export. Okay, I'm not seeing it here. That, yes. Right that. Or do we add? Okay. Fresh the second one. Sandbox. There's nothing there. That all looks fine. Oh, okay. So I think I remember seeing it in excuse me, in the not in the export, but in the project settings before. Search for debug settings. Hey, Uncle Aldo, good morning. How you doing? Oh, and thank you for the follow. Trying to get the little or default GD native. No, no, that's fine. Plugins, we're not using any. That's fine. That's fine. How's it going? I am lost in the woods. Oh, when you choose export all, you get an option. All right, let's try that. Project, export, export all. Oh, look at that. But if I just do export, oh, export with debug. Look at that down at the bottom. Oh my goodness, I didn't see that. Override. Oh, okay. Now, double check and make sure that we got the right DLL there. I know we're not actually building the release version of this. Code sign. Okay, so it did code sign libmich dylib. Now, if we wanted to, if we did a cargo build release, we'd end up with a release version of the shared library. But in order to do that and get that embedded, need features. We'd either have one of these as separate. Okay, so I think there's a way to actually split this up. What I'm thinking is here in libmich, because we're okay. If you're not familiar with this, what are we doing? Um, we're actually loading some Rust code in the form of a shared library. This library has a number of the scripts that we use for generating our meshes. And that's pretty much it at the moment. It's just generating a bunch of meshes for us. Now, we should be able to double click and create a new entry. We can do, let's see, interesting, add an architecture entry. Let's do a 64 dot release. Can we delete this one? 64 dot debug. Debug, target, debug, libmich, release. Very similar, just with release. But it's not done building yet. Okay. Oh, oh, where's Kitty? There's Kitty. That one's cranking away. We did get, let's see, a copy over the existing Mitch. while that's compiling, I'm gonna reinstall Mitch. You know what? I was having trouble with the camera this morning. It's just not having it. It's supposed to be going right now, but it's not. Oh, the camera thinks otherwise. No way. You guys can actually see the camera? Ooh, that's surprising. Oh, oh. OBS isn't showing me any of that. Wait. Okay. Okay. I was actually hopeful that you could actually see it. Okay. Because yeah, if you could, it would be in giant head screen mode. Okay. It's just OG Halsey. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, we could bump that down now, can't we? Output 1500. Toss that on there. Yeah, what's with the color on that? Oh yes, I did put a chroma key. Video capture filters. Oh, I see. Let's bump down the similarity. Is that better? Yeah. What I was trying to do was get this chroma, this chroma here. Okay, yeah, we can live with the little ink around these things. That's okay. Just know that it's chroma, getting that chroma out. Oh, hold on a second. I think I just saw a wasp fly in. Just a moment, please. I think I got it. Just looking for this little dead body now. One more minute while I verify. Okay. Wasp crisis averted. Oh. Open. What are we doing? How's everyone's week going? Goodness. Mine's been really busy. Trying to get stuff done at work. We're dealing with time zone stuff in our app. We're finally adding time zones. And it's just making it more all that questions. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It just makes it more confusing. I don't think the UI is cohesive now. Kind of frustrating. Right? Oh, so now we have Mitch sitting there capturing it, but it's making this actually quite slow. Now I'm getting a frame render. Like average time to render frame is like 34 milliseconds. I think it has to do with the capturing, not necessarily with the rest of the settings. I think it's actually the Mitch is now using more CPU than I probably want to give it. Let's see. Now if we do this, hey, I like this song thing. Oh man, song. And that's probably coming across really choppy because I'm not using loopback on that. Oh, yeah. See, I don't even have loopback installed on that machine. Yeah. It's a proper mess. Yes, yes. Okay. I think if we go back to project settings, do this. We do have low processor mode. That should be okay. We're trying to get the release build version working. Path, release. Wait. No, it should be right there. Did it fail to build? Oh, it did. Oh, what was I doing? Yeah. Cannot move out of material. Okay. Captured in the last go around. That's fine. Should be moved. Should be able to do that. Or if we don't do the move, then we can just clone inside. That's right. I was making changes to how text worked. Trying to put is it a profiles on there? Why can't we all just use UTC? I don't know. People don't handle people just don't handle time zones very well. And then if you toss on top of that a confusing UI, that can be rough. I think it'll get kind of, smoothed out, but mm, it's still confusing for me, and I'm the one building it. I don't like that song. Too much going on. All right. Sometimes the country doesn't like one another. Ours is 30 seconds ahead. Oh, yeah, it is frustrating. I'm gonna load photo booth for a second. I want to see, can anything else access my camera? No. I think I've been unplugging and plugging in the right thing. I just unplugged it, plugged it back in, and it's power on. Like it flickers for just a moment. Well, I'll have to figure this out later. It's gonna be weird going into meetings without my camera working. Alrighty. So, where were we? Trying to get Mitch running. Mitch is not running very smooth at the moment. It's taking up high CPU usage, and we were in the middle of converting something else. The material. This should actually be material. Yeah. The material, type material takes a material. Oh, where did it move? Oh, here, because it's not copy. Last update color. I see. So what we're trying to do here is optimize the loop so that we don't actually update the material if we don't need to. That's already the right kind. These are cheap pointers. Should be good. See how far we can get with this build. That's right. Our next meeting will be at this 1,698,000. Be kind of rough. So basically taking it back to low power mode so it can sit in the background. We're going to try to get it kind of smooth. I need to get loopback installed on it. Where are you, loopback? Oh, this is my 420th stream. Happy 420, everybody. While that's doing that, I want to see how's Starlink doing today? Oh, okay. I noticed that over the night, my glitches went down. So other outages in the last 12 hours down to 40 seconds instead of 3 minutes. So I tried streaming today without using Stitch. Oh, that's it. Okay, so we have that. Now inside of Godot, we should have this here. Great. Now we have OSX 64.release, 64.debug. I think we need to get rid of 64 on its own. Okay. Now in project and export, we have a feature list here. And this is kind of what controls. What is the name of my Mac? What do you mean? What's the name of my Mac? All right, so this here, let's say toss release on there. Export project. No export with debug. Right. Wonder which one it's going to use. You're like what's the name of your car? What's why are you asking, Jester24? It's an odd question. I think that's the first time I've ever gotten that. Okay, well, whichever one it did work. Okay. Low processor mode. Thing Mitch. Mitch really likes being on screen. Uh-oh. Oh, there at the top. Yes. Yes, here. There. The process exited. Yes. Thank you. Actually, I should set that up so it doesn't use fixed settings. Or is it borderless? Let's make it borderless. Project export one more time. Or project. Okay, then we'll copy that over. Do it again. Where's loopback? We're getting that set up so we can pipe the audio through. Surprised. Yeah, I don't have loopback installed. So it appears I've downloaded it twice. Oh, it's a fancy installer. Who knows if this is... Oh. Allow. A restart's required. Yeah, we're not doing that right now. Okay, we did that. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't reboot.